Sawadee krap. Welcome to All About Thailand by me. Happy New Year, happy 2022 to all of you. Thank you very much for your support, and I wish you a very happy, healthy, and prosperous 2022, and I wish the same to Thailand. So, today I would like to talk about Thailand in 2021. What happened? How was the last year for Thailand? Well, it's pretty much about the pandemic still. It's not only Thailand, every nation, every country in the world. Yes, it was still all about the pandemic. It was still all about how to open the country, if they can open the country, if tourists are allowed, if they are allowed, how they are allowed, and how to carry on, how to somehow, I don't know, resurrect the tourism industry in Thailand and pretty much the economy of Thailand. And again, it's not only for Thailand, it's for the whole world. So what happened in 2000 basically in April 2021, on the 1st of April, there was a quite positive change, which meant like you had to spend only 7 days or 10 days in a ASQ, so this alternative state quarantine in Thailand. But it started on the 1st of April, and I think on the 3rd of April it was already being told to be cancelled, and yes, it got cancelled very, very, very soon. It was a short-lived, I don't know, kind of attempt to kind of reopen the country. And that time I was in quarantine. I arrived in Thailand at the end of March, and I was so envy of people who arrived just a few days after me, and they had to spend only 10 days or 7 days in an ASQ. But yeah, shortly I said like, all right, then you know what, it's already shut down, this project, so probably it was just better for me. I arrived as I supposed to arrive. I spent that 15 days in the quarantine gladly, thankfully. God, I had the 2 negative PCR tests throughout my stay, so I could leave on the 15th, actually on the 16th day morning. So what happened in Thailand in April? Partial opening only for a few hours, a few days, not for a few hours, only for a few days. And the big news, which was really, really big in Thailand, on the 1st of November, the country reopened for fully vaccinated tourists. It was a kind of test and go program. You had to spend 1 day in a hotel, had to get a negative test results back, and if you were fully vaccinated, if you got back the negative test result, then off you go. That was really, really nice. Until the end of December, when the program suspended until the 4th of January. And well, today is already 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th of January. No idea. We passed 4th of January, and it was already postponed at least until the end of January. So, well, Thailand reopened and not. That was 2021. So many nice things in Thailand. Very positive things like starting a BTS line extension. Very much people. It was well received by people in Bangkok, commuters, and it was free. You could use it for free of charge for I think almost the entire year. Beautiful. Also in Bangkok, the local government decided they're gonna use and utilize every small area to make more green space in Bangkok, which is a very, very positive idea, and very good idea indeed. And also already 2 small little parks were opened, and yeah, you can visit those parks. I don't know the names at the moment, but anyway, and more coming. So that's very positive. Also, a positive thing, Hua Lamphong station, the main train station of Bangkok, which is supposed to decommissioned by the 21st of December, it got postponed. And as I'm recording the video now, it's still open. still traffic resuming as normal with the reduced train service. So the number of trains reduced dramatically, but it reduced quite a while ago, and the remaining trains are still operational from Hualampong station. That's a very positive thing, and let's hope it's gonna stay like this, because many people were very sad or upset about decommissioning this very beautiful train station. Indeed, very beautiful. So let's just get back to the pandemic. I'm really sorry. I wish I could talk about something more positive, but it is what it is. So you know what's going on, and you know it's still a big thing, still a big deal everywhere in the world. So it was in Thailand. So what changed? I had the opportunity to visit Thailand. So let's say numbers, before I forget numbers. Last year, a few million, I think 2.5 million tourists, not last year, sorry, 2020, 2.5 to 3 million tourists visited Thailand in the first 2 months in January and February. And even with the reopening twice, on the 1st of April, partial reopening, and on the 1st of November, the numbers couldn't reach the tourist numbers in 2021, the ones from 2020. That's not good. That's really not good. Even before the reopening of Thailand, the government or officials said they expect over 2 million tourists, over 2 million arrivals in the country, and well, it didn't happen. As soon as they opened the borders, after the first day, they said they reduced the 2 million, over 2 million to 1 million. And after the first month, when the expected 500,000 tourists did not arrive, it was all I think only 125,000 arrivals, and they are not all tourists. Again, plenty of them, a huge number of those arrivals are actually repatriated nationals, so Thai nationals arriving back in Thailand. So the big opening happened, yet not as many tourists arrived as it was expected, and it was actually expected by everyone else who said the rules are still not as good. So there are still rules, there are still you still blocked to enter the country as you entered before, as you had before. And it put off many people who said, you know what, I'm gonna wait until this vaccine thing, this ASQ, this testing thing completely gonna be erased, completely gonna be scrapped. I'm going to visit Thailand when everything is gonna be back to normal. Many people thought like that. I think if you really like Thailand, if you really want to go to Thailand, if you really want to visit the country, then just go. Just go. I've done my part. I've been in the quarantine twice. It was 15 days plus the next morning. So over 30 days I spent in quarantine in Thailand, only in Thailand. And it was all right. Well, it's what can you do? Anyway, 2021, the numbers weren't as they were expected, so not as many tourists arrived. And one very important thing, what changed in Thailand, and not for the better, for me, it was my experience. So in last February, I was lucky enough, I slipped through before the country went lockdown. Last February, everything was as normal. People were scared from the virus, but life was as usual. In September, it changed. Obviously, the country was closed, so I had to do the quarantine. But as soon as I left the quarantine, everything was pretty much as normal. No testings, no, you had to wear the mask everywhere if you enter the building. Maybe out in the street, I don't know, but people were behaving freely, so everything was fine. Yeah, within Thailand, because there were no local infections up to the end, the very end of 2020. And when it started, what changed in 2021? In 2021, people started to get scared in Thailand even more. So now everyone was wearing masks everywhere, and the government told people you must wear a mask even in the car, even if we are sitting together with the same household. So everyone was more cautious, and it wasn't just good. That there was restaurant closures, and many restaurants, many hotels, many tourism fueled establishment had to close, many of them. It's really terrible. And whatever people say, because I heard people, some Thai people, many Thai people say actually like, no, we don't want tourists, we don't want anyone to bring in the virus. But on the other hand, let's say Phuket, eastern side of the island, of the province, where there are not as many tourists, they say no, we don't want tourists. But the western Phuket, they begging for tourists, they begging, please open the country, we want people around. So you can't really please everyone. One thing changed, and that's I think for the better. If you following polls all around Thailand, I always say last year, I'm referring to 2020. So in 2020, like over 85% of Thai people did not want to see anyone outside of Thailand coming in Thailand, visiting the country. So the polls now changed a little bit. So now this number, this 85+%, it reduced to 40+%, which is a huge number. So majority of people saying now, yes, we can open the country. I don't know now, this new variant came out, how it's going to change the public opinion about it. But yeah, more and more people in Thailand, saying, please get back to normal. So I think it stands for the whole word again. Again, what happened in Thailand? Basically, I can tell you in one word: pandemic. Still, not very good. And I really hope in 2022 we can finally leave this thing behind. And yes, if everything would get back to normal, then yeah, well, that's the dream. That's the dream. So if you were lucky enough to visit Thailand in 2021, and if you are lucky enough to be in Thailand right now, then I'm really happy for you. And whoever, wherever you are in the world watching my video, I again wish you all the best, and wish you a very happy new year again. And again, thank you for all the support. I just started my channel in 2021, and thank you so much for everyone who popped in for a few nice words, or just to leave a like, or just even watch my video, or even dislike the video. Thank you so much again, and wish you a happy new year, and wish Thailand a happy new year. Everyone, basically, I wish all of you all the best, and as always, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe. ขอบคุณครับ สวัสดีครับ